This is part 8 of Wedding Day Massacre. She's sniffing the roses. If she bites them, it's... Oh, that's enough. I wanted her to have a flower sniffing experience, but if it goes in your mouth, you're done. I'm sorry, that's just the rules. Be gone. Anyway, so now Sebastian's like, alright, ladies, line up. Since the evening is progressing on and people are going to start wondering where everybody is, it's time to finish out the... No, baby, you cannot have the flowers. No, no. So Sebastian's just like, Taylor, grab the bouquet of flowers. We're gonna do a flower toss. No, Cindy and Paula, since you both already competed in something, you get to sit with the guys, because the guys will have something else going on. Okay, quick inspection. Alright, nothing has been eaten. Eaten has been evaded. So all the ladies lined up, and Taylor got ready to throw the bouquet. Yeah. So the bouquet was tossed behind Taylor, and Sebastian set a timer for 10 minutes. Jinx loaded an AK, specific number per a very powerful weapon that he had in his possession. The baby. Alright, setting a timer for 10 minutes. Let's see how long you can last. By the way, girls, the last one holding this bouquet of flowers gets to live. So instead of, catching the bouquet and which one of you is gonna get married next type of thing, nah. This allows your survival if you're the last one alive. Taylor, let her rip. So now there was an extra feeling of scared anticipation for all of the women in the group. So chaos broke loose. Taylor tossed the bouquet of flowers into the horde of all of her friends, family, and whoever's left over at this point. And madness erupted. The person who got the bouquet of flowers, and of course it's just going to be stems by the end of this, was Sebastian's co-worker who he hired. Her name was Sarah, very go-getter. She's type A personality, real strong-willed. She grabbed the flowers and she's smart. She made a freaking run for it. She climbed up on tables. She's launching herself over the horde of women and their nails, grabbing at her and scratching at her and screaming and yelling. Just chaos. Women grabbed chairs, they grabbed bottles, and they were throwing it at her as Sarah's like huffing her way to the nearest wall. She began climbing up this ancient textured wall, and she grabbed a hold of this painting. Bouquet of flowers is in her mouth. It's this thorny bouquet of roses, so it's digging in her hands. She's bleeding. She's got the bouquet in her mouth. Her face is bleeding, and she's climbing up the walls, and she's got herself locked on this huge painting that's mounted to the wall. And these women, they don't like it. They're gonna be the last one alive. So Sebastian's like, darn, Sarah, of course, I should be really proud of you, because boom, go get her, but damn, you're not playing by the rules. I wanted more bloodshed. So as all these women are trying to climb up and create a human pyramid to launch themselves at Sarah, since she's kind of out of reach right now, Sebastian pulls out another large present and quickly unwraps it. And it was this aluminum bat covered in blood and dents. And he's just like, yeah, this baby, this sucker right here I had when I was a kid, and I killed so many cats and dogs around the neighborhood with this bad boy. And he tosses it into the crowd of women, and he's like, yeah, have at it. Get her. Somebody get her. No, what are you doing? No, that's my feet. So someone gets a hold of the bat, and as all this chaos is going on, Jinx is kind of like trying to even the playing field. So he's taking aim, and he's pop, limiting the amount of women that are in the crowd. So people who aren't really participating, he's like, nah. Pop. People who are down for the count and who got trampled on and probably not getting back up, pop. But he's not picking off Sarah. No, he's letting that go. But anybody else who's not really actively trying, he's just eliminating. So remember Olga and Hannah. Olga was Ivan's fourth wife, and Hannah was her daughter. So they're related to Sebastian in a way. Well, Olga got a hold of the bat, and she fought another girl for it. Alyssa was one of Sarah's friends, and it didn't describe much about Alyssa or Olga, but Alyssa fought Olga for the bat. And Alyssa got a hold of the bat, bludgeoned Olga for the bat, and then went after her friend Taylor. So then with time quickly running out on the timer, it has there's probably 4 minutes left of this battle. Alyssa beat Olga to a pulp with the bat. Alyssa ran to Sarah and began swiping at her feet. And I'm going to speed through the descriptions, but pretty much Alyssa broke Sarah's feet and started hacking her way up her pelvis and up her spine until Sarah let go of the painting, fell to the ground, and Alyssa didn't stop there. She just kept hitting her with the bat. She kept attacking Sarah until Sarah was deceased. Alyssa grabbed the flowerless stems and ran back to Sebastian with less than a minute on the timer. Nina, it wasn't Hannah, her name was Nina, Sebastian's niece, came out of nowhere, seeing her mom being bludgeoned earlier. She attacked Alyssa with a butter knife and stabbed her in the neck and grabbed the stem and ended up being the winner. So, boom, Nina, Sebastian's niece, is the last one standing. And Sebastian was so proud, like, oh, my family, you, Nina, you did good. You really, you brought the family name to justice. But of course, it's an Aaron Biergard book, so nothing good can happen. Olga, who is beaten to on autopilot, rises from the freaking dead. Olga had a stiletto heel in her hand. Half of her head was crushed in, brains exposed. Nina turned around and she's like, oh my god, my mom's alive. But Olga stabbed her own daughter through the eye with the stiletto. I'm sorry, baby. Offing her daughter, grabbed the stems and presented it to Sebastian. And Sebastian's just, Olga, that's cheating. The timer is out. Nina won. Well, she did win at one point. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to do that. And then Sebastian grabbed a pew-pew and blew his aunt's brains out all over the freaking wall. So that part of the story is over and chaos. Yes.